we can cross over now to the Elysee Palace to France 24's Clovis Casali. Good morning, Clovis. What can we expect to see come out of this visit?
Good morning.
Mark Carney's first foreign trip.
Trips like these ones, visits like these ones are always important, but today especially significant because it's the first one of Prime Minister Mark Carney of Canada abroad. And the Elysee Palace says they'll be discussing with President Macron of France the Russian aggression of Ukraine, international crises, as well as strategic partnerships between the two countries. Of course, it will be, the focus will be also on Donald Trump, the US president, who vowed to make Canada the 51st state, prompting angry reactions, of course, understandably, from Canada. And there will be talks about what we could call a trade war between the US and Canada, the US and Europe. Europe and Canada have a lot to talk about, with the President of the United States looking to impose tariffs on European goods and Canadian goods, even though regarding Canada he's delayed many of his plans. So Mark Carney and Emmanuel Macron will be discussing what strategy to adopt should there be some kind of strengthening of ties between Canada, and not just France, but Canada and Europe, of course, come up with a common strategy. Canada also looking possibly to reconsider the buying of warplanes from the US, and possibly looking to Europe instead.
Now, the EU and Canada, and also the United Kingdom, as Mark Carney will be visiting London as well on this trip, they're very much in the same boat now, both facing Donald Trump's tariffs. Are they keeping close on this?
I believe they don't really have a choice. They need to keep close because Donald Trump is unpredictable, and the US president's words and his vows to impose extra tariffs on Canadian goods and European goods is clearly prompting this angry reactions and the reconsidering of the alliance, because the US have always been a traditional ally of Canada, but also of Europe. And now how to act regarding the US, what to do with President Donald Trump seeking closer ties with other nations and more or less taking an isolationist approach, very much tainted by protectionism. So Canada and Europe very much on the same boat, need to come up with a common strategy, need to find a common response, even though many experts say you have to be very careful with Donald Trump because he'll say something and he might change his mind after. It's all about making deals, this business approach of Donald Trump. But clearly Europe and Canada are looking to strengthen ties, and that's why you've got Mark Carney's first visit abroad here in France.
Thank you very much for that, Clovis Casali, who will be covering that visit for us throughout the day.